Nearly 3 dozen Apex High School students are home and sleeping in their own beds tonight. They got back late this afternoon after a trip overseas left them stranded. They traveled around Germany, Austria, and Italy for choral performances, but an airport strike in Germany left them waiting and wondering. A charter bus from the Charlotte airport rolls up to Apex High, dropping off these once stranded students 2 full days after they were due home.
Oh my God.
Their anxious parents waiting to welcome them after a challenging trip overseas.
So we were just really shocked when we got the call that we weren't going to be going home when we thought we were.
The Tri-High Chorus, made up of students from Apex, Middle Creek, and Garner High Schools, were in Europe to perform.
My favorite part was definitely going to Austria. We sang at this high school and we got to meet and greet with a bunch of the students. So I now have some Austrian friends.
But a labor strike at Munich's airport meant they were stuck for a lot longer than they expected. The group had to split up and travel from separate airports in different cities in their scramble to get home sooner.
We had one group going from Munich to Charlotte, one from Paris, which was my group, and then a couple that were staying the day in Venice and waiting it out.
That side trip to Paris was a surprise and a little disappointing.
A lot of kids were like, well, let's go see the Eiffel Tower. We didn't have time, honestly. Everyone was very, very tired and just wanted to go home.
Their chaperones were also frustrated.
They want their 6% pay raise, so they thought going on strike on Tuesday would be a great way to make a statement. However, that affected our group and 800 other flights.
And their parents here in the Triangle concerned.
It's nerve-wracking. I mean, when you get the call that says they're not coming home when you think they're coming home, of course your heart sinks.
But in the end, the students said it was an incredible trip and an exciting way to see Europe, some even looking at the bright side.
I got another stamp in my passport that I initially wasn't going to get, so that's one upside.
That's one way to look at it. Some of the students are still making their way to the Triangle tonight. By the way, because of that strike, the airport paid for their hotel and their meals. And boy, oh boy, was that one interesting trip to Europe.
Yeah, if you're going to be stuck somewhere.
Yeah,
Europe's not a bad place,
not the worst
Venice.
place to be.